Well, it is that time of year when you spend some extra money on vacation, going to someplace fun. Just maybe you want to give yourself a good tan, maybe a nice massage. That usually means saving a couple of bucks every paycheck to save up for things like that. Well, while you're doing that, the Michigan Department of Treasury is giving some people the chance to get some money back that you are actually owed. In fact, the department says they've got a decent amount of cash. $675 million has been returned in the last 5 years. That could be from lost or forgotten assets from old bank accounts, uncashed checks, stock certificates, and more. The state also returned over $150 million to its rightful owners in the last fiscal year alone, and now they're trying to keep that cash flowing straight into your wallet. They just launched a brand new website to help. So Terry Stanton with the Michigan Department of Treasury, thank you so much for being here to walk us through this process. First of all, I think many people will be ecstatic to hear there's probably a good chance there's some money with their name on it. And it sounds like it's fairly easy to find.
It is very easy to find. All they have to do is go to our website, michigan.gov/unclaimed property, and search their name, a relative's name. If they're a business owner, their business's name. And once they hit search, then a list of names will come up. The top matches to what was entered into the search engine will be listed first, but there will be likely numerous entries, and then as you review those, it'll say where the holder, the company that reported that to us, is based. So if there are some from Detroit and you know you lived in Detroit, then, and it might be your property. So you click on those properties and hit submit, and pretty quickly your claim is sent into us.
So does a check just get sent to you then? How does that work?
No, it does not.
There's got to be a process.
Yeah. So what happens is when you submit your claim online, it hits our system, and we then, in 15 to 30 minutes, send out an email to the email address that you entered.
Okay.
You then, as attached with that is a claim form.
Okay.
Which in most cases you'll have to print off and sign and maybe even notarize.
Okay.
But then that will tell you what items we need to document that it's really you.
Okay.
Identification, copy of your ID, likely a copy of your Social Security card or proof of SSN verification. Depending on the amount, might need documentation from a bank, from a securities firm, something along those lines to prove that it's really you. Address is again, very important too.
Okay, so can you help us understand where all this money is coming from? Why is there unclaimed property?
Under our act, which is PA 29 of 1995, the Uniform Unclaimed Property Act, holders, which are companies, local units of government, nonprofit, any entity that has employees or has vendors, so they would be paying invoices or taking in invoices, they likely have unclaimed property, which it's some form of monetary value that goes unclaimed for, in most cases, 3 years. That's the dormancy period. So I like to use the example of a college student working at a small mom and pop store in the summertime, and they don't cash that final paycheck. They throw it in the drawer, they lose it, it goes in there under their seat in their car, whatever the case might be. They go back to school, and 1 year later, after not cashing that, the mom and pop shop is supposed to reach out to that individual and say, are you going to cash the check? Do you still have the check? Whatnot. If they don't hear from that person, then they have to report it to us. And with wages, it's 1 year dormancy, but with bank accounts and securities, it's a 3 year dormancy. So everybody should have the opportunity to hear from their holder, to hear from that company, and say, I want to keep the account open, or I need that check sent back. But if they don't get back to the holder, then the holder is responsible to send it to us.
Gotcha. Is there an expiration date? Like how long your money is good for?
No. If it's in our custody, it's claimable forever.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't know how difficult it is, but can you kind of walk us through what the process is like on the website?
Absolutely.
Producers can pull it up and use a name. We'll use your name. Why not?
You can use my name. That's okay. Trying to think of which one to monitor to look at.
Okay, so any one of them, actually.
Okay,
so look at the bottom. That's what's live up right now.
So Terry Stanton, and then you'll need my last name also. If you didn't, you put it in there. So now you can see all the properties that have come up that are either a Terry Stanton or some version of that. And it will, again, the best matches are at the top.
There's a lot of them for you.
Well,
no, there's probably a lot of Terry Stanton's out there.
There are a lot of Terry
Okay,
Stans out there.
but you're the best one.
Well, I thank you. So you'd go through and you look and you see what company it is, the reporting company. You can see
So one says Northport.
Right. So if I know I never lived in Northport or did business in Northport,
That's not you.
probably not me.
Gotcha. Okay, so Lake Leelanau then. So you just kind of go down the
you'd
list.
go
and
down
match
the
it to
list.
your life.
Right. If it's a holder or a company that you had interaction with,
Okay.
you had a financial relationship with, and it's in a city where you lived, then you would check that. You would hit the little claim button on the far left.
I see. Okay, we're going to claim it.
Well, sure. And so claim another one. You might as well claim another one.
Sure, we'll
too.
claim the second one. Why not? Okay.
And then if you toggle down, or you could hit the button in the right. Yep, continue to file claim.
Review.
And then it review claim property. So toggle down, and it should show the properties there.
Okay, so let's make the list of all the things you checked.
Yep. So then again, there should be a green button.
Another green
Keep
button at the
toggling
bottom
down.
there. Yeah, it's kind of covered up by our graphics
is,
down there,
yep.
but there it is. All right, so we press that button.
Press
and
that
then-
button.
Oh,
Oh, yes. Yeah.
claimant's
individual.
relationship. Okay.
Yeah. So it'd be owner, I believe, is the yes.
It's so small on the screens in
Yeah,
front
it
of us.
And then you just enter your information. So again, we need name, address,
Okay.
social number, email address.
So then from there is when it kind of goes to your offices, and
Yep.
then you reach out and say, okay,
Absolutely.
let's verify all
You
this
click,
is true.
Yeah, absolutely. You click next, and then it's submitted to us. And then again, our system takes 15, 30 minutes
Okay.
to email you with your claim form.
So I'm sure every case is probably different depending
They
on how
are.
long it takes to verify.
Absolutely.
But is there an average of how long it takes to get some of your property back?
No, it really depends on the amount of the property.
Okay.
Whether it's an individual, if it's you claiming your property and you can match the address and the social security
Pretty
number.
simple there?
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
You might have a check in 7 to 10 days.
Oh, wow.
If you're claiming for a deceased parent, and you have to get letters of authority, which means going through probate, or if you're the trustee of an estate, there's going to be more documentation.
But
that's
you can
necessary.
claim property for a deceased relative?
If you are the rightful heir to do so.
I see.
Meaning, you've gone to probate and you are the representative of the estate,
Okay.
or you've been named a trustee of a trust.
I see. That sounds like much more paperwork we have to send you then.
It definitely is.
Sure.
Yeah, and then you get into corporate claims and closed business claims, which are all different and require different
Okay.
different things.
Just out of curiosity, what is the largest unclaimed property you've seen go back to somebody, dollars-wise?
We had a $3 million claim that went to a local unit of government last year.
That's
and it
not,
was
it's not me, is it?
well, it was bank accounts that the county hadn't responded to the bank about, so the
I
bank
see.
was responsible to send them to us,
Okay.
and then so we were able to return it to the county pretty quickly.
That's
but $3
fascinating.
million.
Fascinating.
Yes.
Okay, Terry, thank you so much for coming in.
Absolutely.
I appreciate all that.
You're very
Go
welcome.
get your money, everybody. I'm sure somebody out there has got some.